Good morning, Dr. Suraya and Dr. Asmiza.
Morning.
Morning, Ibu Indah. Can you give me 2 minutes because
Sure.
I just came from another channel just now. I got a new
Sure.
2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, hello Ibu Lia.
Hello, good morning, Mbak Indah. Good morning.
Hello, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Good morning. So we'll wait for Dr. Suraya before we start. Okay, Dr. Asmiza.
Yeah. How are you all? How's
We're good here.
Yeah,
We're great.
How are you?
we are good. A little bit like a rainy season at the
It
moment.
is.
It's like we are having rain like the whole week already.
The same here in Bandung. It's raining every day,
Yeah. I was looking at the montage just now. It brings such a great memory to
right? So we have to do it like next year.
Next year, inshallah, we
Next
are
year.
planning. I will discuss with Dr. Suraya to like to plan, to send our student over there. The video really like I think one of the best feedback from the student, the students' feedback are really good when I met with the student again. They really enjoy going to Telkom.
Yeah, the same. Oh, Dr. Suraya is.
Yeah, I'm adjusting the background.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Because
there's another background.
yeah, I'm from another channel and then I come here. So yeah,
Busy weekend ya, Dr.
a
Suraya.
little bit delay. Maaf ya.
Tidak apa-apa.
Yeah. Hope everyone are fine and the student are all okay.
We got
Okay.
another background actually, but just now I received from Ibu Ina, but we already sent this. But I will share this the other background to the students. One
That's
second.
okay. So can we start the opening ceremony? All right.
Dr. Surya, yeah.
Dr. Suraya, can we start?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay then.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay. The Honorable University Malaya Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, Associate Professor Dr. Suraya Hamid, Dr. Asmiza from the Faculty of Computer Science and Information Technology, University of Malaya, the Director of Strategic Partnership and International Office of Telkom University, Ibu Lia Yulinawati, PhD, distinguished presenters from Telkom University and University Malaya, all the respectable participants and attendees from University Malaya and Telkom University. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good morning from Indonesia. A very warm greeting to each and every one of you. Welcome to the opening ceremony of Student Mobility Program in Robotic and Cybersecurity 2022. So this is our annual collaboration between Telkom University Indonesia and University Malaya, Malaysia. I'm Indah Fajarwati and I will be the host for the opening ceremony. We would like to extend our deepest gratitude and also appreciation for your presence today. Before we proceed to our main agenda, allow me to highlight the flow of this event. The first session is the opening, which is currently ongoing. And the second agenda is singing national anthem of Indonesia and Malaysia, and followed by the remark from the representative of both university and photo session. Continue with the cultural exchange and robotic class will be start after the opening ceremony. So without further ado, let's move to our next agenda, singing national anthem of Republic of Indonesia and Malaysia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to invite the University Malaya Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, Associate Professor Dr. Suraya Hamid, to give a welcoming speech. So, Dr. Suraya, the screen is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. Thank you, Ibu Indah, for the introduction and welcome us to this event. Okay. First of all, okay, I would like to thank you, Julia, Director of Strategic Partnership and International Office, Ibu Indah, Manager of International Office, representative from Telkom Uni, lecturers and okay. Welcome to all students of Universiti Malaya and Telkom University. As per record that I have today, that we have about 159 registered students from UM and about 60 students registered from Telkom. Okay. All right. It is a great pleasure actually to have you here for the Students Mobility Program 2022, a reciprocal between Universiti Malaya and Telkom University Indonesia. and this time hosted by Telkom University Indonesia, with the topic of robotic simulation using Robot and Special Cultural Exchange by Telkom U today. We are at the UM, always looking for any opportunities to meet and collaborate in such programs that emphasize on knowledge discovery as well as cultural understanding. That is why we have been organized students' mobility programs for all over the world to learn and experience the learning and culture of Malaysia and other countries. We truly believe that through this kind of programs, the students will not only gain useful academic related benefits, but also able to cultivate openness and understanding toward each other, while at the same time meeting the new friends from the different countries. Okay, I hope that the students will enjoy the activity that we have prepared. And as for today, I believe that Telkom Uni prepared something special for their robotics classes as well as for the cultural exchange. We are looking forward, and then it can also benefit knowledge to bring back by our students through this event. Last but not least, I would like to thank the Faculty of Computer Science Mobility Committee, especially to Dr. Asmiza, Puan Awatif, Puan Shida, Puan Izzati, as well as Puan Indah and committee from the Telkom University. Okay, on the final note, I hope that the student will benefit from this program, and don't forget to have a wonderful time together. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Dr. Suraya, for the speech. Now we also would like to invite the Telkom University Director of Strategic Partnership and International Office, Ibu Lia Yuldinawati, PhD, to give a remark. Ibu Lia, the screen also yours.
Okay, Honorable Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, Associate Professor Dr. Suraya Hamid. Good morning, Prof. And good morning also to Dr.
Good morning.
Asmiza. Good morning. As the program PIC, the speaker from University Malaya and Telkom University, the committee from University Malaya and Telkom University, and all participants. Good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of Telkom University, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the opening ceremony of University of Malaya, Telkom University Virtual Mobility in Robotic and Cybersecurity. I'm very happy to know that we have a sustainable collaboration in this program. This year marks the milestone of our 8 years collaboration. I believe this is still going on because we are committed to being partners with each other with the principle of mutual respect. And this year, as we all know, we still do our collaboration virtually, but we hope that next year we can start the program face-to-face as our previous program before the pandemic. Although implemented virtually, we believe that this program will still be interesting. The student will exchange information about the culture of their respective countries. This year, our student will present about fashion, architecture, communication, and language in Indonesia. I believe that we will also learn a lot about Malaysian culture that will be presented by University Malaya students. Academically, lecturers from Telkom University will teach about robotics, and University Malaya lecturers will teach about cybersecurity. Both courses will certainly provide a good experience for all students. To all students, have fun during this program. Make sure that you attend both sessions, as this is the requirement for you to get your certificate. Do not forget to make a good use of the time with the lecturers who will teach you. Let me once again thank University Malaya for doing this with us, and I want to especially congratulate the honorable speakers and most of participants for participating in this program. Thank you all for being here today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Ibu Lia. So, honorable guests and participants, we would like to invite all of you to turn on your camera to have a group photo session before we proceed to the exchange session. So, can we see all of you? Can we see? Okay. So, thank you for turning on your camera. We will have 3 times maybe for taking a picture. Okay, let's smile. Your best smile. On my count, 1, 2, 3. Once again, is there any UM sign signature we can use, Dr. Asmiza? Okay, sarangnya is it? Is it sarangnya or UM? Okay, let's see Dr. Asmiza's style like this. Okay, okay.
Sarangnya.
Sarangnya. Okay, sarangnya everyone. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Ibu Lia, from Tel-U, is there any?
Maybe this one, Mbak
Okay,
Indah,
love.
with love sign,
With
okay?
love. Okay, with love from Telkom University to everyone. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Okay, this is the end of the opening ceremony agenda. Thank you for your participation and your attention. Enjoy your time in the UM Extended Student Mobility Program in Robotic and Cybersecurity 2022. So after this, we will take 10-minute break before we continue our cultural action session. So I bid you goodbye and see you again in 10 minutes.
Thank you so much, Prof. Soraya and Dr. Asmiza and all the lecturers.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I hope you all back to the Zoom. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I hope you all ready for the culture exchange session from Telkom University students. This is the first session of 2 sessions in UM Tel-U Student Mobility Program 2022. The second session will be a robotic simulation using Webot. So I want to remind you that all participants have to install Webot application for the robotic session. All right, as I mentioned before, for the culture exchange, we invite 4 Telkom University students to be a speaker today. And all the speakers are a member of International Office Student Body, or IOSBC. Let me introduce them to you. The first one, we have Chairul Herman, or we call him Chai. Hi, Chai.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you so much. So the second one, we have Kamila Hasanah, or we call her Mio. Hi, Mio.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. So the third one is Renjiro, or Jiro. Hi, Jiro.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Thank you so much. Last but not least, we have Amelia. Hi, Amelia.
Hi, everyone.
So everyone, the speaker will share the culture phenomena in Indonesia from the fashion to the architecture. So I will give the speakers to present their presentation 10 minutes. In between the presentation, we will also play Indonesia traditional dance video. And so do you have any question for our speaker today? Just drop the question in the chat box, or you can ask directly to the speaker in the discussion session. So let's call our first speaker. The first one is Kamila Hasanah or Mio. Mio was born in Palembang at 8 May 2004. She is a biological engineering student, the class of 2021. Her hobby is indulging in the arts. So everyone, please welcome Mio.
Good morning, everyone. Allow me to present my screen.
All right, Mio.
Has my presentation been shown yet? Yes. Okay. So good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be your first speaker. I am a student in Telkom University, and I'm also part of IOSBC, our student buddy club. My name is Kamila Hasanah, or you can call me Mio, and I'll be presenting about the evolution of fashion in Indonesia. So why did I choose this topic? It's because of the many influences such as globalization and many history occurrences that affects culture, specifically dress wear and fashion, that made me realize that this is something worth sharing. From many things, it can affect how you present yourself. Isn't that interesting? So for the first slide, I have the 1920s era to the 1930s era. So from the pictures you can see here, there's a title from an article that I took called Discrimination Through Fashion in the Colonialism Era. So during the Dutch colonialism era in Indonesia, fashion was used as a means to differentiate between different ethnicities. It was an attribute used to show the differences among different classes, separating the colonizers and the colonized. The Dutch implemented restrictions on what each ethnicities and social groups could use to make it easier for them to differentiate and control the natives and other ethnicities. And by doing so, they created a hierarchy system that was clearly visible, making it easier to determine people's social standing. And that's where the discrimination came. So this was originally worn by native Indonesians. The wearing of kebaya had spread to include women from Chinese and Peranakan, those of mixed Indonesian Chinese descent, Indo, those of mixed Indonesian European descent, and even the Dutch background. So women of Dutch and Indo descent originally wore European style clothing, which included the use of crinolines made out of rattan. However, they began wearing kebaya around the house in the 18th century, which is better suited for the Indonesian weather. Yet, when the British ruled over the region in the early 19th century, they saw the kebaya to be similar to undergarments and therefore deemed it improper. They ended up giving recommendations towards Dutch and Indo women to go back to European style clothing. And once the British rule had ended, women returned to wearing kebaya. So as you can see here, there are some few examples of kebaya. There were actually 7 types of kebaya back in the day. There was kebaya Kartini, kebaya Kutu Baru, kebaya Jawa, kebaya Sunda, kebaya Bali, kebaya Encim, and kebaya Indo. In the next era, we'll look at the 1940s to the 1950s. So Christian Dior's reputation as one of the most important couturiers of the 20th century was launched in 1947 with his very first collection, in which he introduced the new look. Featuring rounded shoulders, a cinched waist, and a very full skirt, the new look celebrated ultra-femininity with an opulent woman's era. Transition from the war era, so the use of very dull and yet elegant colors mirrored the black and white photos. This is where globalization started to come in Indonesia. So in conclusion, the influx of globalization turned out to be an influence on Indonesian people's lives. There are many aspects of lives that are experiencing development or rise as a global result of globalization. To the next slide, we have the 1960s to the 1980s. So as you can see from the pictures here, fashion was very bipolar in just about every way. So there was bright swirling colors, more patterns, tie-dye shirts, and long hairs and beards. This was because of the discos and hippies era. This was mainly influenced by music. As I said before, globalization also affected this very much. So women wore more shorter skirts and men wore tunics and capes. These colors blended in like geometric patterns and material like cotton, wool, and the like. So silhouettes were mainly used in here, such as tubular silhouettes, straight lines, waistless shifts, bell sleeves. Music and pop culture influenced fashion very much. the jazz culture was gradually moving towards rock and roll and pop culture, and thus saw the rise of bands like the Beatles. There was also a significant rise in teenage subculture such as mod, rude boy, Black Panther, skinhead, and more. And as you can see on this bottom picture over here, there's this era of the hippies, and there were specific kabayas that came back to culture, but they made it more modern. And so the next slide, we have 1990s to now. While there were periods of more formal dress, the 20th century largely saw fashion moving towards a much more minimalist and casual style as the 80s ended. So as you can see here in this first picture, this is from a very famous band called the Viera in Indonesia. So because of this grunge and casual style, it became more popular. And the desire for vintage clothing encouraged the spread of secondhand clothing stores, which were also used for grunge fashion. So to you guys who like thrifting, now's your time to shine. A style that emerged in Seattle. So it started in the Americas and it spread worldwide. And so bands such as Nirvana influenced this look very much. On the bottom picture, you can see old Indonesian school uniform and very, very casual looks. So other styles of music, including hip hop and rap, continue to influence this fashion during this period. And the popular styles to come out from this was sportswear, baseball caps, jackets, hoodies, and a lot of oversized stuff. So this is an example of oversized hoodie from a very famous brand in Indo called Wormhole. So nowadays there's a lot of hoodies, shirts, canvas bags, and cargos. If we're looking at trends now, there's trends from the 2000s that's coming back, especially like emo grunge, Y2K, and streetwear, K-pop also influences very much. And so I think that's going to be the end of my presentation. To conclude my presentation, I hope with me sharing this information, we can relate or maybe even share some similarities that might have affected our countries fashion-wise. And I think that's all. I hope it is useful for you. I'm sorry for any words or behavior that unpleasantly touches your heart. Thank you very much for the occasion and your kind attention.
Okay, thank you so much, Mio. I think we will have a very interesting discussion about fashion afterward. Next, I would like to call Chairul Herman or Chai. So Chai is born in Jakarta in June 18, 2003. He is currently an accounting student year of 2021. So like Mio, Chai also a member of IOSBC, and his free time, Chai like to listen to the music. Chai, are you ready? Okay, we will wait for Chai to present her presentation. Okay, we'll wait.
I think he's having a technical problem with his laptop, Miss Indah. Maybe we can go to another speaker first.
Sure, okay. So let me ask for Amelia first again. Amelia Putri Qatarina. So Amelia was born in Banda Aceh in 8 February 2003. She is currently an ICT Business student year of also 2021. Her hobby are content writing and also exploring the nature. I hope Amelia is ready. Amelia, you ready?
Hi, yes, I'm ready.
Sure, okay. Please share your presentation, Amelia.
All right, can everyone see my presentation?
Yes, Amelia.
All right. So first of all, hello everyone. My name is Amelia Putri Qatarina, and I'm a second-year student from Telkom University. And I'd like to say that I'm very honored to be here today and to be able to share a little bit about my topic, campus culture, in today's sharing session. So the topic that I've chosen today is regarding campus culture, and that is the stereotypes of university students in Indonesia. Now, we're going to be talking about the different types of students, and here in Indonesia, we actually have a system of classification where we describe a specific group. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I think what most of us here have in common is that we identify ourselves as university students. Whether you're from Telkom University or you're from Universiti Malaya, I'm certain that we can all agree that we've witnessed diversity on campus. And the diversity that I'm talking about isn't race or religion, but the diversity in character of a person. We know that every student is unique in their own ways, but here in Indonesia, people have actually created a system of classification on the different types of students. So we have a name for the students who are active and we have a name for the students who are not active. And that's what we're going to be talking about. For some people, uni life is simply about going to classes, passing the courses. And for some others, it's the socializing aspect that's important to them. For some people, it's the social clubs that's important to them. And although these are basically just stereotypes, this system of classification has helped us identify the type of student that we want to be and also understand the people around us on campus. So let's dig deeper into these stereotypes that I'm talking about. So today I'm going to be talking about 4 types, and the first one is kura-kura. Now, kura-kura means turtle in Bahasa Indonesia, but it actually has nothing to do with turtles. So kura-kura comes from the phrase kuliah rapat. And kuliah means university or college, and rapat means meeting. So you can tell from this too that these are the ones that you literally cannot ask to hang out with because they're constantly overloaded with meetings. And here in Indonesia, we have this hype of joining campus organizations. So a lot of people believe that the more organizations you join, the more activities that you join, the better it is for you because you become recognized as a well-rounded student. We say that these people who are kura-kura, they embody the characteristics of hustle culture, which is a phenomena that university students are very familiar with, right? For a long time, these types of students are very well perceived to be successful in the future because they learn a lot from experience and they gain a lot of connections by being active. However, recently, the trend of being a kura-kura is decreasing, and that may be because people started to realize that maybe the hustle culture isn't for everyone and it doesn't necessarily guarantee success. Moving on, we have the second type, which is kupu-kupu. Now, this means butterfly, but like I said earlier, it has nothing to do with butterflies. This comes from the word kuliah pulang. Kuliah meaning university, pulang means going back home. So you can immediately tell that these are the ones that are not involved in campus organizations. So usually after class, they would go back home. These are the ones that usually have really good GPAs because they can focus on academic workload rather than being busy with meetings and activities on campus. However, contrary to kura-kura, which has a good image, the society here deems that kupu-kupu may not be encouraged because it could be debated that they don't get a lot of connections or they don't get enough exposure to the real world. Now, moving on to the third type that we're going to talk about is kuda-kuda. Now, kuda means horse. As you can see, there's a horse there. But like I said, no connection at all. So, kuliah dagang. Dagang meaning business, trading. And these are the ones that usually have a business, whether that is their own business or their family business, or whether that's online or a real store. They usually have to handle their business right after class. And this started to increase in popularity nowadays because a lot of college students are Gen Zs, right? And Gen Zs, I think we can agree that we tend to love having the idea of a business. And recently here, a lot of university students started to grow their own business. That is why the society here has created this stereotype to describe them. And next up, we have kunang-kunang. And this comes from kuliah nangkring. Now, I think this is the one that I most identify with, and I think a lot of people here would identify as this one. These are categorized to be the chillest. These are the type of students whose daily activities are just hanging out and hanging out after class. So usually after class, the first thing that they ask their friends is, where do we go? Where should we head to? Usually they would go to campus canteen, or they would go what we call warkop, which is warung kopi, or a coffee shop basically. And they usually eat, drink coffee, chat, or if they have assignments, they do it there. It's really just chilling, basically. And this has been increasing in popularity because I feel like one of the nice thing about studying in Indonesia is that we have a lot of affordable, budget-friendly coffee shops and a lot of places where you can just chill with your friends without having to spend a lot of money. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of students are kunang-kunang. For instance, here in Telkom universities, a lot of the students would be seen at these hangout places. You can see here, we have this coffee shop called Kinokimi. We also have this Lalana open space. I think some Tel-U students would recognize these. We also have these like food stalls right in front of Telkom, which sell really cheap food. And you'd usually find students hang out there for a really, really long time, maybe like hours and hours. And these are just these are just four of the most common stereotypes, but people have actually created a lot of other types, but today I'm going to be talking about just four of that. So moving on, prior to this, I actually conducted a little survey on a sample group. I conducted a group with my classmates to find out what type of students do they identify with. And as you can see here, from 17 responses, the most is kunang-kunang, which is 35.3%. So that makes up 6 out of 17. These are the ones that hang out right after class, which is true because I myself am like that, and my friends as well. And followed by the second highest would be kupu-kupu, which is kuliah pulang, the ones that go home right after class. Then we have the same amount for kura-kura, which is kuliah rapat, and others. Now others, we have something called kuman-kuman, which is kuliah main. These are the ones that usually rarely show up to class because they're playing outside or hanging out. So that could be included in others. So what we can take from today's short presentation is that there are so many different types of students, and in the Indonesian society, we created this system of classification to better understand ourselves and the type of students that we want to be. None of these types are better than the others. It simply allows us to understand the campus culture. So that's basically all that I have for today. Once again, I'm really honored to be able to share this with you guys today. And I certainly hope that this intrigued you and you guys got a little knowledge here and there. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.
Okay, so I hope everyone enjoyed the video. So the dance called Jaipongan dance. So it's a traditional dance from West Java, Indonesia, particularly from Sundanese tribe. I see from the chat that some of you want to learn. If you come to Bandung, then you can learn, of course. And very interesting also sharing, the first sharing and for the second sharing about the fashion. I think you can identify what era are you influenced of, yeah? And then some of you already identify yourself as a kunang-kunang or kuda-kuda or think we can have more discussion in our discussion session. Okay, so we will have our third sharing. I would like to invite Muhammad Egan Renjiro or Jiro. So Jiro was born in Jakarta on the 31st of July, 2003, so it's very young. Yeah. He is an information system student year of 2021, and his hobby is listening to the music. So, Jiro, are you ready?
Hello, am I audible? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you
Okay.
share your screen?
Okay, then I will share my screen.
Sure.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, okay then. Good afternoon, everyone. So before we start, I wanted to express thank you very much for Telkom University and of course the University of Malaya for giving me this moment in order to use this as a medium to express myself. So my name is Muhammad Egan Renjiro, an IUP information system student from Telkom University. And in this cultural exchange session, I'm going to be bringing a new topic to the table, which is going to be architecture in Indonesia. So sit tight and don't forget to turn on your cameras. One of the most known architectural styles in the world, or you guys might have heard of it, is Art Deco. It's very influential in Bandung, one of the big cities in Indonesia. We've probably heard about Art Deco before from Hollywood movies like The Batman or Metropolis or other old vintage, mostly American movies. And in this session, I want to explain why is Art Deco very popular in Bandung, even though it's very far from, let's say, the European nations or America. And here's it. So, but before we start, first thing first, let's look at the history behind the Art Deco itself. What is Art Deco and how does people recognize this architectural style? Why is it very popular? So the history is actually quite unclear, but certain references have stated that the movement itself made its debut in Paris between 1903 and 1904. Art Deco architecture began with the construction of two apartment buildings designed by a Parisian architect named Auguste Perret and Henri Savage. Now you can see these two guys, these two amazing creative-minded architects in the left side of the picture here, and the people took notice of the movement because of its anti-modernism architectural style, where in modernism, ornaments are a crime. They seek, ornament needs functionality, and um, back then modernism took a rise, and because of these two people, this movement of anti-modernism became quite popular because they believe that ornament can have no function. They can act as a decorative. That's why it's called Art Deco, which deco means decorative. And in 1925, the International Exhibition of Modern Decorative and Industrial Arts in Paris brought Art Deco to the international stage, gaining the interest of high-profile architects across the globe. And in the 20s and 40s, Art Deco was very popular around the world, especially in the US. When infrastructure was their main priority, many projects were built with the theme of Art Deco. It eventually died down in the 40s when World War II was at its peak. But after that, during the 1960s, a new movement of Art Deco rose again slowly and built the once glamorous style from the ashes of World War II. Now, if you guys still are wondering about what Art Deco looked like, you can actually see this like famous Art Deco landmarks that are around the globe and mostly in the US. And you've probably seen these two buildings before, the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building. You've probably seen them in, let's say, Spider-Man or like Marvel movies where it took place in New York. And because New York back then was like the central hub of Art Deco itself, but not only New York, a lot of places in the US and of course other places around the globe also took interest in the style of Art Deco. For example, in the Los Angeles, you guys can see the Griffith Observatory is very much influenced by the world of Art Deco. And of course, Paris itself, the place where it was born, you can see the Hotel Lutetia, which is very popular in Paris as a tourism spot because of its Art Deco natural looks. And now the next page is going to be why is it popular in Bandung? The main topic of today's discussion. And the question is like why? Like how come? And it's very far from Paris. Plus, we didn't have any resource to build such a building back in the day. And the answer is quite simple. It's colonialism. During the occupation of the Dutch forces, Bandung became what's known as Paris van Java for its resemblance to Paris and European atmosphere back in colonial times. They built a lot of Art Deco architecture, and they are the one who taught the Indonesian people about the art of Art Deco. And after World War II ended, Europe was somewhat post-apocalyptic and, of course, war-torn in terms of national economy, infrastructure, etc. So a lot of Dutch architects sought refuge of employment in Bandung since it was still under Dutch occupation. And because of this, even after the Dutch occupation, Art Deco still prospers in Bandung. And as you can see in the modern days, we preserve our buildings and create new ones. For example, in 2017, the mayor of Bandung, who had a background in the world of architecture, implemented a regional policy where the regional government would take care of more than 200 old historical Art Deco buildings to preserve it. And he also implemented a policy where every infrastructure project under his administration would have a sense of Art Deco in it to keep Bandung's identity and honor as a city of Art Deco. Now, after all of my thoughts came together, I decided to interview some of my closest friends to get a better understanding of others' perspective towards Art Deco architecture in Bandung. All four of them thought that Art Deco is a symbol of Bandung. It's what makes Bandung the city of Bandung. And some praised the government action for preserving historical Art Deco landmarks, implementing policies that keep a symbol, but at the same time, some of them also have raised some concerns. But either way, we can see from this four people's response, all four of them interviewed in a different place at a different time agree that the Art Deco architectural style in Bandung is quite unique and is actually the symbol of Bandung as a city. Now, as you guys can see, these are some of the landmarks in Bandung that resemble the Art Deco architectural style. You can see the Villa Isola, which is now the directorate for the University of Education of Indonesia in Bandung. And then there's the Dennis Building that is now a bank, a state-owned bank. And then there's the Savoy Homan Hotel, which as you can see, this has some resemblance to the photos that were shown earlier. And it's because they have the same architectural style, but of course with a little bit of twist because we live in the different places. Compared to New York, it's very different in Bandung, of course. And yeah, and I think that is all from me. So thank you very much for having.
I said some words from the people. Thank you for having me from the university and University of Malaya.
Okay, thank you. I think some problem also with Jiro, but I'm sure he'll be back in our discussion session. So thank you so much, Jiro. Let's continue to our fourth speaker, last but not least. So I would like to call Chairul Herman or Chai. Chai, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So you can share your screen.
Okay, hello guys.
All
Good
right.
morning. Okay, let me share my share
Sure.
screen first. Okay.
Yeah, wait.
Wait a second.
Yes. Can you try again? Okay. Do you want me to help you to share? Okay, let's try again.
Okay.
All right, I can see you.
Okay, so hello guys, good morning. My name is Chairul Herman. I'm from Telkom University and I'm going to explain to you guys about differences in accent and uses of words between Sumatra and Java Island. So I'm going to explain about the map of Indonesia first. I know that Indonesias are really wide, are really long, but I cut this map into half, okay? So you guys can only see the Sumatra Island and then the Java Island and then the Borneo or Kalimantan part. So the reason I do this because I want to emphasize more into the Sumatra Island and the Java Island too. So you guys can ignore the Borneo or Kalimantan part because we're not discussing about these islands, okay? So if you guys can see in the north part of Indonesia, you guys can actually see the red location icon in Medan City. Actually, the reason I use Medan City because I used to live there. I grew up in Medan, and because of that, I know the languages, the cultures, and the environment that happens in Medan. And the second one is Bandung. The reason I put Bandung is because Telkom University is actually located in Bandung. Okay, so if you guys can see too, Jakarta and Bandung are actually near, and because of that, Bandung and Jakarta has the same accents and same languages. Okay, I'm talking about Indonesian, so we're not going to talking about local languages. Okay, so I want to explain a little bit further about these two cities. So basically, Medan is in a city which is located in North Sumatra province, and Medan is actually the largest island, the largest city in Sumatra Island. And Medan is actually loves to visit Penang and Kuala Lumpur because it's kind of near. It maybe only take about 1 hour to go there. And Medanese people love to visit Penang and Kuala Lumpur whenever in a season holiday. And Bandung is actually a city that located in West Java province. People in Jakarta will definitely visit Bandung because Bandung has a lot of tourist destination, tourist spot are there. So because of that, people in Jakarta in a holiday season will definitely go to Bandung. So that's the explanation about the map. So I'm going to the real topic. Okay. So I'm going to say about differences in accent between these two islands. Of course, they have a little bit of differences actually. So in Sumatra people or Sumatra Island, people will say a high intonation. So I'm going to give you an example, maybe like whenever you want to say kamu, kamu means you in English, okay? If I am the Sumatra person, I would definitely say kau, 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 okay? But in Java Island or Java, they would say kamu atau lu in you, okay? So I'm going to give you another example of sentences like, what do you want to eat? Okay, Sumatra people will definitely say like, kamu makan apa? Kamu makan apa? Okay, but in Java will definitely say, Java people will definitely say like, lu mau makan apa? Kamu kira-kira mau makan apa ya? So basically, if you can hear it, it has actually a bit of differences in intonation, okay? And I'm going to give another example too, maybe whenever people shout, okay, Java people would definitely say, huh, like that, okay? But Sumatra people would definitely say, bah, like that, okay? Okay, another example about this accent is actually, why are you so picky? Okay, so Java people will definitely say like, kamu kok pelit banget sih? Kamu kok pelit banget sih with a low intonation. But Sumatra people will definitely say, kok pelit kali, kok pelit kali. So basically, Sumatra people will definitely have a high intonation and Java Island have a low intonation. And I actually put a note in there. I emphasize more to Medan City. I've already said this earlier because I'm from Medan. Okay. And the second one is differences in uses of words. So some words that people in Sumatra Island say, but people in Java Island don't understand. This actually happens a lot whenever people not from Java come to Java. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example. I've already written 3 examples for this. So the number 1 is traditional market. So Java people would definitely say pasar. I'm going to pasar A. I'm going to pasar B, like that. But Sumatra people will say like, I'm going to pajak A. I'm going to pajak B. So when Sumatra people say this word, Java people will definitely more confused because pajak in Java means tax, okay? So it's like more confusing actually. So the second one is motorcycle. So motorcycle in Java, people will say like motor. I'm riding a motor, okay? I'm riding a motor. But Sumatra people will definitely say kereta. I'm riding a kereta. But if Sumatra people say this to Java people will think that kereta means train because train in Indonesian are kereta, api, okay? And then the third one is actually candy. So Java people will definitely say permen. I'm eating a permen. I'm eating a permen. But Sumatra people will definitely say bonbon. Bonbon, I'm eating a bonbon. But Sumatra people, when say bonbon to Java people will think that it's actually a receipt. Okay, bon means receipt in Indonesia. Okay, I'm going to give you guys another example, maybe 2. Slippers. Okay, slippers. Slippers actually in Java people will definitely say sandal. Sandal. I'm wearing a sandal. But people in Sumatra will definitely say selop. Selop. Okay. Let me give another example of this actually. Let me think first. Okay, jalan, road. People in Sumatra will definitely say jalan is pasar, okay? But in Java, people will definitely say that road. Okay, so that's the differences in uses of words between Sumatra and Java Island. Okay, so the effect is actually when Java people hear Sumatra people talk, Java people will feel offended because of the high intonation, the rough voice, and sometimes Sumatra people always say something like in anger. So Java people tend to be more offended when hear people in Sumatra talk. And sometimes Java people definitely confused with different uses of language. I've already explained it earlier about the different uses of language. Many of Java people always confused with those words that always being spoken with Sumatra people. And that's for the Java side. So I'm going to give you guys an example in Sumatra side. So when Sumatra people want to give want to say something, they have to make it low. They have the intonation have to make it low because of course Java people tend to be more feel offended if Sumatra people say something in high intonation. So Sumatra people when want to talk with Java people, Sumatra people will definitely talk in a low intonation with Java people. And of course, Sumatra people have to adapt with the languages that have been spoken in Java. I mean, like people in Sumatra always say kereta, but they have to adapt using motor frequently when they are talking with Java people. So I think that's for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Kamu ucapkan ke Bandung rakan jame bentukan jumpa mira lulat basambut tanda hati lombang nayung kegata handalan sangkalan juda Muhammad sambut hati lombang ngalapang dada jumpa mira lulat basambut tanda hati lombang nayung kegata handalan sangkalan juda Muhammad sambut hati lombang ngalapang dada hukalah bedan hukalah bedan mira si ulat garut lamano hukalah bedan hukalah bedan jabat tanggurengan ya Allah siapa nak kau boleh dibutuhkan di bisiklet di Aceh Raya dalam sejarah kalian ditulis di malam hari Iskandar Muda Kali Hamala Kali Hamala Kali Hamala Kali Hamala Kali Hamala Kali Hamala Kali laut ada berpulau berahu adu hai rekan bela lalu budaya berkata jaga di laut ada berpulau berahu adu hai rekan bela lalu budaya berkata jaga Arung pulau pinang di badan gelombang tujuh Arung katangannya di dalam minyak kelapa Hiding laut pasilah hiding tatari buka tatari long laut raya tarik kali gedang tegar dalam hutan beotak ketambah tebahan pasalan sampan Arung pulau pinang di badan gelombang tujuh Arung katangannya di dalam minyak kelapa Arung pulau pinang di badan gelombang tujuh Hiding laut pasilah hiding tatare bukan tatari long laut raya tarik rakan likut engkot garut dalam bukan beot rakan tawar beot pasolan sampan
Okay, so the dance is Ratu Jaro from Aceh. So the dance is performed usually by a woman, so accompanied by a religious poetry. So for someone saying that it's like a zikir because it is everything usually religious. The dance is also interpreted as a form of enthusiasm, building of the spirit and the unyielding spirit of Aceh woman. So that's the dance what we see. And I think we will continue our session with the discussion session with our fourth speaker. Okay. Okay, I will ask Chai, Amelia, Jiro, and also Mio to, okay, thank you, to be on the screen. So if you have a question, everyone, you can ask directly to our speaker today. Okay, are you guys ready, speakers?
Ready.
Okay, ready. So if you have a question, please use your raise hand first, and then I will ask you, and then you can ask directly to our speaker. Is there anyone? I will
start.
Sorry.
Suraya, can I start?
Sure, of course.
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm impressed. A very good job, all the speakers, Kamalia, Chai, Amelia, and Muhammad. Well done. Okay, we are impressed with your materials. Okay, so I hope fellow UM students will ask questions after this. Thank you.
Oops, thank you so much, Dr. Suraya. Can I ask Dr. Suraya to you?
Yeah.
So what type are you? Are you kunang-kunang or kuda-kuda?
Apa ya? Kupu-kupu ya?
Kupu-kupu. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
interesting.
Yes, that's very interesting.
Kura-kura, kunang-kunang, kupu-kupu. Okay. And then dance in the masjid in Aceh. I've been there before.
Right.
And another dance just now is very interesting. Okay. And then Chai talk about the language from Medan, Aceh, and Surabaya. Okay. And then from Muhammad, okay, although he's from information system specialization, he can deliver the good materials on his presentation. Well done.
They done a really good job. Thank you so much, Dr. Suraya. Thank you so much. So can we see? Oh, let me, while we wait for the question, maybe we can go to the chat first. First one, maybe how do people in Sumatra call? Is it car, right? Lee? Lee, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes. Do you want to ask directly?
Yes, because like it says people in Sumatra call motorcycle kereta, right? So what do they call like the car, like the four-wheel car in Sumatra? I was just curious.
I'm going to answer this. Actually, people in Medan actually call mobile car is mobile actually.
Oh, mobile.
Yeah, but some people say motor, but it's a minority actually.
Oh, I see. Because in Malaysia we call it kereta as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So kereta in bahasa Indonesia mean train, in
Oh, I
Medan mean motor, right? So in Malaysia mean car. So okay, so we know at least how to use kereta in every area.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue. Yes, Masjid Baitur Rahman is in Aceh. Yes, that's correct. Let me ask a question because some of you say that you are kunang-kunang. Akmal Faris. Is there Akmal Faris kunang-kunang just for the sake of coffee? Akmal, are you there? Akmal or maybe Ikram. Ikram is kura-kura. What is kura-kura, Amel?
Kura-kura is kuliah rapat.
Oh.
The ones that go to meetings usually. So maybe this person has a lot of campus organizations.
Okay, Ikram, are you have a campus organization? Ikram from UM.
Organization. Organization.
So what
I'm not
rapat are you
sure.
usually attend?
Because, but I have joined quite multiples of clubs for me. It's most likely apa tu? Like entrepreneurship and maybe a college resident club.
Oh, so you have a lot of meeting, ya? Kuliah rapat and kuliah rapat. Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing, Ikram. Dr. Asmiza, what type are you?
Me?
Yes.
Kunang. You cannot separate me from food.
You cannot separate.
Me is either work or food. Or work or food. So
Okay.
definitely.
Definitely kunang-kunang. Okay, I think. Okay, so there's a lot of people kunang-kunang. I think the same as Amelia small research, right? Mostly students are kunang-kunang type. Okay. Is there any question? Or maybe the speaker want to ask to the audience? Jiro? I think Jiro is thinking about the question.
Well, I'm still thinking.
Still thinking. Okay, so maybe other Malaysian UM student can also share like the word like the previous one saying like kereta in Malaysia is car, right? Or is there any differences again that Chai mentioned? Maybe they have different meaning in Malaysia. Is there any? Okay. From Ikram. Ikram? Can Ikram ask directly?
Sorry. I want to ask Amelia about kuda-kuda type in your university. So if there was there were kuda-kuda type in your in telecom, what are they usually sell? Because for my faculty, we usually sell what is it? Quite lah for lunch usually apa tu nasi I forgot nasi ayam
Nasi
nasi daging
ayam.
merah and so much more.
Oh, so the students sell nasi ayam and nasi daging merah for lunch, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe from other university can give some perspective something.
Yeah, so basically kuda-kuda are the ones that have a business, right? So most students here, they would either have like food businesses, whether they sell like snacks, maybe like keripik or like little snacks like that. Or some students would have clothing businesses. They'd be selling their own brand or they'd be a reseller. And recently we also had this event called Market Day where we like had students sell different types of food, different types of drinks, and they made it themselves. Like some people sold puddings, some people sold like some bread, like those very most of them are food related, in my opinion.
Okay, so I think the same, yeah. Food and food. So, but I think in Telkom University, as Amelia mentioned, usually more to snacking, right, Amelia, not to meals or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of the students would have snacks rather than full meals.
Okay, is that answer your question, Ikra?
I believe the answer. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, is there any more question? Okay, so we have Nazrin. Nazrin, can you turn on your camera?
Sorry, I'm using my laptop. There's
It's
no
okay.
camera in this. Question for Amelia. So this student classification, right, is it recognized by the university?
Actually, this isn't recognized by any university, so it's more of like a slang. So people just made it themselves, and sometimes people even make up their own name. Like someone texted me kuliah lelah, like someone said that to me, and so it's really not recognized by universities like that. It's just like a slang, that kind of thing.
Have there been any instances where this student classification enforces like a student hierarchy kind of stuff, you know? Like maybe kuda is like the popular kid, and then this kura is the less. So has there been instances such as that in Telkom?
Yeah, so kura would be, I would say, top of the hierarchy. People would encourage kura like kuliah rapat, because people, like I mentioned before, it's very encouraged for you to be active. But to be honest, there isn't really like a hierarchy. We can't really say like top number 1, number 2, number 3. It's more of just a classification. I don't think there's like a hierarchy.
I see. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Interesting question, by the way.
Okay. So that's, I think, the word that used usually only by the students. So me myself just now from Amelia also. So that's, I learned the word slang that used by students. Yes, Dr. Asmiza. Is there any same like stereotyping, something like that in UM? Maybe I want to know, is there anything like that in UM or in Malaysia maybe?
This I don't know. I don't think there's any. Because I'm lecturer and I'm very considered quite old. So the students that the undergraduate student is very young. Sometimes I don't understand them. So, but I don't think there. From my perspective, I don't see the hierarchy. But things like I believe in UM. It's almost the same like what Amelia classified just now. There are students that the kunang tak, where they come to the kuliah and then they have a lot of activities. So we have that classification of student as well over there. And
Right.
I know there's a lot of kunang as well, because the cafe are always full. I can always see them like sitting there eating all the time. And when the time to go to kuliah, they will come to kuliah. But I believe that the situation is almost the same in
Right.
US as well. Yeah. I mean, for Rina, you are what? Just now you asked me the classification. How about you?
I'm working all the time.
So, so that's
No, I
another
think
classification.
the same with you. I think when I was in college, the same. Kuliah, kalau bisa pulang. If not, then ya santai saja. Just chill, santai.
Betul.
Okay. So is there any more questions? Maybe regarding the architect from Jiro. I think if you come to Bandung, you will find a lot of the Art Deco in Bandung. I think we also showed to you in our previous video that University Malaya is also visiting Gedung Sate also. So that's one of the landmark in Bandung, and also, is it Art Deco also, right? Zero, yeah?
Yes, it's one for art.
All right, Gedung Sate. So if you come, you will learn Jaipong. So we also visit the Art Deco building in Bandung. Right, Dr. Asmiza? So next year, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, so I'm looking forward. I really miss that ayam geprek there.
Ayam geprek, right?
The very nice 2-story. It's a very nice. The environment is very nice. I really miss that one the most, actually. It's like I need to go there to just like, is the restaurant still there?
The last time, I think we have a lot of ayam geprek restaurant.
I remember it was like it's quite a nice garage. It's 2-story, and you go to like there's a second floor. We just walk. I think we just walk from the university. But I think that the ayam geprek there is very nice. I've been thinking about it and try to like find it here in Malaysia. We have ayam geprek here, but it's not as authentic.
The authenticity, what makes it different, yeah. Okay, another list, ayam geprek. So if the Malayan student come, Jaipong, Art Deco building, and then also ayam geprek will be on the list. Okay, if the speaker have also a question, maybe if you want to discuss, the discussion is also, if you want to ask a question, you can also ask to the speaker outside, the team that they share. So because you are the student, I think you have the same ideas and everything. You want to have also.
Chai, actually.
Sure.
About the accent difference, because Chai is actually from Sumatra, right? And I'm from Java. So when I first talked to Chai, I felt the high intonations and I feel like, is he hating me or something, because I was born and raised in Java and it's very rare for me to communicate with people that are from outside of Java. And when I communicate with people in Telkom University, where I met people from all around of Indonesia, especially Chai, you know, and I met a lot of people in from Sumatra too. Like for example, my group of friends are actually all of them are from Sumatra, and when we talk to each other, it feels like they're hating on me. But I think that's like the fun part about it because you know you don't know what they're thinking and you're trying to understand what they're saying, and I think that's the beauty of having friends having friends that are very diversified.
Chai, what do you think?
I'm actually kind of shocked that actually Zero notices about my intonation because I'm trying to make a low intonation when I'm speaking to Java people actually. But okay, that's good actually if you can hear my intonation actually.
Okay, so I think that there should be a learning process between two culture. We in Java usually kind of offended like, okay, calm, you know what, the chill, turn. But then from Sumatra, like, there's nothing. I'm just speaking. It's like this is my tone. So that's something that we have to face. But then I think in some point when you get to know each other and you know how to speak to each other and what level of tone that you have to use, because it's quite different between Sumatra and also from Java.
And I also actually I think topic and Mio's topic has something in relate because when people goes to like kura-kura, kuliah rapat, they don't have spare wardrobes, so they utilize everything that they have so that they can go outside. And so you can spot a kura-kura, they can, for example, they're more simple like t-shirts and just shorts, and they just go out with that same outfit for like 2 days. That's the type of kura-kura because they always went to rapat meetings and all that, and they're getting busy, and of course they need to change wardrobes every time they go out. And when their outfit is like very, very they ran out of outfit, of course they are going to force to use some things that they have already used, but at the same time has to be laundry. And you can spot them actually. And for I think for kunang they tend to use in a more eccentric fashion, more spottable. Yeah, because they tend to go outside and try to look good because they want to hang out with their friends, they want to impress their friends, or they want to use clothes that feels like it suits them. And so I think I think Mio's and Amel's topic is very related because you can see the difference in terms of fashion in kunang, kura, etc.
Okay, Jiro, sorry.
I have question for Mio. So Mio, I saw a lot of Telkom University students, their fashion style, their fashion style are different. So do you think every faculty has its own signature fashion style? You can maybe, I don't know, in students' eyes or perspective.
Emang rata-rata kan ini tadinya itu mah
I'm
tadinya dia.
sorry. Do you think you can recognize students from which students they came just from their outfit? So I think it's very interesting if you can talk about it.
I think that, yes, it's actually very obvious with the stereotypes, and it's relating to ML topic with different faculties. Like, for example, the engineering faculty, you could see there's a lot of guys in engineering, and the few girls there, they're very casual in what they wear because with me as an engineering student myself, we are very busy. We have a lot of practicals to do. So we just go to campus. We don't really care what we look like, so we just go and we do our work. We're really busy because of that. And if we can compare it to, like, for example, Amel, she is a part of the ICT Business faculty, That's her major. She told me herself, her classes are very chill and laid back. So, and they also have a freedom in what they wear compared to the engineering faculty in here. We have a uniform on what we have to wear on certain days. So I think that very much correlates to Amel's topic as well.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, what about Malayan student? Because you are the faculty of also. Oh, Zachary is rising. Okay, Zachary.
Hi.
Hi. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question for Jiro. Just now you said that Bandung has a lot of art decos that the local government is like preserving, right? So what would you say is the go-to places that you would recommend people who went to Bandung, who goes to Bandung to go and see first, you know, as part of a you know, just part of the vacation, for example.
Okay, thank you for your question, Zachary. That's an interesting one. So I think, in my opinion, one of the best places you can go to Bandung as a visitor for let's say you're a tourist, you're visiting Indonesia and you're going to Bandung. I think the best place that you can visit, especially if you're not from Europe, is going to be Braga because it's very different compared to other cities in Indonesia. I mean, Bandung itself is already pretty different. You can see it like, for example, when you're arriving in Jakarta in the airport and you're going to Bandung, it's going to be very different because first of all, it's located in the middle of a bowl, like a bowl of mountain. And second of all, the theme of the buildings in here are very European because we have a lot of historical buildings that are preserved and that are currently used for other places. For example, we have Starbucks that's in a building from like the old colonialism era. So, you know, when you go into that Starbucks, it feels like Starbucks, but when you go outside, you know, the building feels very old. And you can search it up on Google. It's called Braga Street, where every place is, and there's like it feels like you're walking in the Dutch in the Netherlands, like in the 19th century era or something like that, because it feels very old, but at the same time, it has something that, you know, that is very modern. For example, like the Starbucks that I mentioned before, and then you have banks and places like in old buildings that are very Art Deco themed. And yeah, I think one of the best places if you want to go sightseeing in terms of architectural styles that are pretty different compared to other cities in Indonesia has got to be Braga here in Bandung. I think that is all from me.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Thank you. I also have another question for Mio.
Sure.
So let's say at Telkom University, right? Is there any people who like who's say are bringing back the style, the kabaya style to classes, for example? Because back when I was in foundation, I had my roommates who sometimes who goes to classes using full with wearing full baju Melayu, like the traditional baju Melayu to classes, like the whole complete set with the samping and everything. And he really spots that outfit very nicely. So I'm curious if there's, you know, maybe there's a movement or if there's any like particular group of people who do wear these full sets of kabayas or maybe other traditional clothes to classes at Telkom University.
So in my opinion, what I think that is that we have a certain day where we use batik, our traditional wear, right? Very national wear. So it's on every Friday. A lot of students wear it. It's like, so on Friday, it's more better if you use batik, but you can use other clothes if you want. So I think on that day specifically, where a lot of people enjoy the nationalism, I guess. But there's also I know a few friends who has gone like as a class to their own class on other days wearing baju koko. Baju koko is like the traditional Islamic Indonesian clothes, right? So they go to class wearing those clothes for fun, and I think it's a very neat thing to do.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, thank you so much. So usually we use batik every Friday. That Indonesian traditional, I think fabric also commonly used by, I think, both student and also lecturers and also staff in Telkom University. Okay, is there any question again from you, from students? Okay, if not, then maybe we can end our discussion session for the cultural session, the first session of today's agenda. So I would like to say thank you so much for Chai, Amelia, Kamila, Miu, and also Jiro. So would you please, everyone, give a big round of applause for our speaker. Thank you so much. Okay. So now we will measure our knowledge and how much you listen to the presentation of our speaker. So we will hold a quiz. There are also prizes for, I think Dr. Asmiza will also share the prizes for the student from UM, and Telkom University student will also get the prize from the international office. So please join the Kahoot games by going to kahoot.it and enter the password. So the game pin is 5746636. Okay. Everyone, can you please join and just go to kahoot.it and then okay, and then enter the game. So the question will be based on the presentation of our students. Hi, Saad, you just have to enter the game pin 5746636. Okay, thank you so much for those who joining. I think we will wait for more students to join before we start the quiz. Okay. More students to join? Just go to www.kahoot.it and then just enter the game. So there will be a prizes for 3 students. Okay. No, not yet. Not yet, Ikram. So you still join. You can still join. Okay. Okay, then. Is it? The player limit is reached? Okay. So then we will start the game with only 11 players. So let's see who the best 3. Ibu Novi, can you start the game? Okay, the first question. So what is today's session talks about? Is it robotic, fundamental and characteristic and calculus exchange? Robot simulation or cybersecurity or fundamental on cybersecurity and cultural exchange? Okay, Aslan is in the first one, so continue to the next question. Speaker of cultural actions today is member of IOSBC. Is it true? And IOSBC stand for, I just mentioned before our session. Is it the International Office Bandung Club, International Office Student Body Club, or International Office Student Body Community, or International Office and Body Club? Let's see. Is it still? Oh, okay. Amin is now in the first. Let's continue to the third. Japanese people tend to talk with high intonation. Is it correct? Is it true or false? Okay, still Amin. Let's continue. The following student character mentioned by Amelia, except kupu-kupu, kura-kura, kumbang-kumbang, or kuda-kuda. Next. Okay, Amin is still on fire. Mio is one of the IOSBC team talk about. What is Mio talk about? Campus culture, robotic simulation, or the evolution of fashion, or different accents between Sumatra and Java. Okay, let's see. Is it still? Still Amin. Okay, let's continue to our questions. Art Deco is the style of visual art, architecture. Is it a true or false question? So the first appear in front, is it true or false? Yeah, everyone is correct. Okay, still Amin. One other name of candy mentioned by Chai. Is it bonbon? Is it jelly? Is it S bonbon or you? Is it? Okay, so bonbon, that's correct. Oh, now it's Dominic is in the first place. This is also true. For question, Medan is city located in Sumatra Island. Is it true or false? In Sumatra Island? That's correct. Everyone is also correct. Still Dominic. So this is the last question, I think. The type of student is busiest ones and they join a lot of organization. Is it kuda kuda, kura kura, kupu kupu, or kunang kunang? Let's see. Oh, okay, the correct is kura kura. Let's see. The third is Zek. Second is Ezlan. And the first one is, okay, Dominic. So the committee after this will contact you for the prizes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the quiz. Now, I think before we end our first session, we will take a group photo. Can you please turn on your camera, everyone? Thank you so much for you. So the speakers are all here, so we will take a picture. Okay. Satu kali cukup, Dr. Asmiza, atau mau 4 kali? Okay, let's take one photo ya. Okay, smile. Atau gayanya boleh bebas deh. Boleh tuh. So Dr. Suraya is peace. Dr. Suraya, right? All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got it? Okay, thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone, especially to our speakers. Once again, let's give them a big round of applause for doing such a great job. So thank you so much. And of course, for the audience, it has been really fun with all of you. But unfortunately, our time of this culture exchange session is almost done. We will take a break for, I think, 1.5 hours. Yeah. So you can have your lunch and also pray. And we will see you at 12:30 Indonesia time or 1:30 Malaysia time for robotic simulation using Robot. So don't forget to install the Robot application. We have shared the link in the invitation email. I think we will also share the link in the chat box. Can you please share? Okay. Yes, so the committee has shared Before we end the class, please don't forget to install the application. I think that's it for our first session. Thank you so much. We will see you again in 1.5 hours. Thank you. Bye-bye. See you again for the second session. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Thank you all.
Terima kasih banyak.
Running is not enough to achieve a dream. We have to fly, reaching our potential. Because science has no edge. It is the human duty to learn and understand. Looking from afar does not mean to be condescending. It's just a matter of point of view. To admire the beauty from the side of maturity, to adding new meaning into achievement. The hype makes me understand that running is not enough to achieve a dream. We have to fly, reaching our potential. Because science has no edge. It is the human duty to learn and understand. Looking from afar does not mean to be condescending. It's just a matter of point of view. To admire the beauty from the side of maturity, to adding new meaning into achievement.
So this is a short course, the immersion program for students from La Bahadur Satri, India. So mostly this is to make them understand about the design thinking at the course. But the other side is they get to know Indonesia, I mean West Java probably, the culture also, and also the nature. So that's I think the point.
So I feel Telkom University has a well-established international division. I find the things planned out and very systematic and methodical. The design thinking course, the approach to problem solving was something different from what we do in India, and the involvement of the faculty members was amazing. And we are also thankful to Telkom University for their hospitality.
Coming to Telkom University, first thing I was really amazed by the campus. It has amazing campus. Plus, after studying the design thinking course from Telkom University, I got to learn a lot from the faculty members, teachers, and it was a very enriching experience.
Yes, this is my first time to Indonesia and in Bandung as well. So I feel really excited about visiting to new places. So this was one of my visit to a new place. So it was very exciting for me. A lot of diversified people, and I think I felt very nice. I felt very nice.
To be honest, I was very shy at first when I came to Bandung because I was not familiarized with the food that we were getting. But when we saw the hospitality and the kind of gestures that people are giving, like they were saying Terima Kasih, and it was very beautiful experience for me. Then food was the secondary thing, and I really like the people, I really like the food, I really like the place. Like you can see the place here, and I really enjoyed the experience. Overall experience was really good.
Okay, Ibu Ike, are you there? Ibu Ike?
Hello, hello. Yes.
Okay, okay, then maybe we can start, Sena.
Okay.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon, everyone. I have you have your lunch, a good lunch. So thank you for coming back to the Telkom University Student Mobility Program in Robotic and Cybersecurity. So this is the last session for today. And of course, we will have another session on 7th of January 2023. So Ibu Ike and I think Pak Simon is also joining us, already joining us. Ibu Ike and Pak Simon is from the Faculty of Applied Science to be our speaker today in a robotic simulation using Webull. So without further ado, please start the class, Ibu Ike.
Okay, thank you, Miss Indah.
Thank you.
Okay, please let's share my screen.
Okay.
Is still disabled.
All right. Wait for, we will. Okay, you can start. Ibu Ike, you can try.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Is my screen is so on your screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, maybe I will start my session in here. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me introduce myself. I'm Marlindia Ikasari, and you can call me Ike. Today I will take you for the evening for the afternoon course about robotic, and we will use Webot as a simulation. And I'm here with my partner, Mr. Simon. I will introduce later. So okay. So today I would like to give introduction about Webot simulation. But of Webot introduction and basic theory about robotic. Especially today we will discuss about line follower, the basic line follower. But don't worry if we only use simulation, but you can do by yourself, and I hope you already install your Webot on your computer. Okay. Okay. This is our instructor today. This me, Marindia Kasari, and my partner, Mr. Simon. Both are from Diploma Computer Technology from Faculty of Applied Science. Okay, and this session will be divided into two parts. Session 1 and currently happening is about introduction and basic theory and Webot installation and configuration, and led by me. And the next session is we do our simulation about making line follower with Webot. And the session will lead by Mr. Simon. Okay. Okay. First of all, I will introduce about our faculty as a School of Applied Science. There are 8 departments, but we call it in Indonesia is D3 and D4 for diploma degree, and School of Operation is vocational program, is different from academic program. We have a lot of practicum than theory. So as for this course, it will be held more practice than theory. So please enjoy it. Okay. Okay. We already do the this joint course, both on site and online. But in this opportunity, we already do some line follower project with University of Malaya also, and besides we even though we do in online event, but I hope you still enjoy it. Okay. This is our last program with the University Malaya. The topic is about artificial intelligence. We deliver material about computer vision and about the AI, and this is our instructor. Don't worry, we will do a lot of practice than just a theory. Okay. And this the final task of the course. They do a rush about with the robot that they make. And I will you will learn about this but you know yes in simulation. In this course, we will build a line follower based on sensor, but it's just one of the method that we can use for line follower. Okay, okay, okay. So I hope you already install your robots on the computer. I will, but if you haven't installed it, it's okay. You can do it now by visiting this website in cyberrobotics.com or download, and you can choose based on your operating system, Windows, Linux, or Mac OS. But make sure your computer have minimum required, just like the 2 gigahertz CPU clock speed or the 2 gigabyte of RAM. But of course, it is just a minimum requirement. So I hope you get the higher specification. Are you already installed the Webbot, guys?
Everyone, have you installed the Webbot?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you
okay.
for responding. Okay, so I think a
Okay,
lot
okay,
of
yeah.
the student is already installed the application.
Okay, thank you. So we can skip this this step, and we through to Webbot introduction. Okay, so Webbot is just like a simulator that professional mobile robot simulation software package, and is open source. You can build your own robot as you have the real robot, and this software is offer a rapid prototyping environment that allows the user to create 3D virtual worlds with basic properties such as mass, joint, friction, coefficient, etc. The user can assemble a passive object or active object called mobile robot. This robot can have different locomotive schemes rather than you have a humanoid robot or just a wheeled robot, or even the flying robot. You can do your simulation in this Webbot. Moreover, they may be equipped with a number of sensor and actuator devices, such as a distance sensor, motor driver, camera, motor, or touch sensor, emitter, and a receiver. And finally, user can program. We can program our robot to do some some tasks that you expected. Weebot contain a large amount of robot model and control program example, and user can get you can get started with using the model that are already on the Weebot. And Weebot also contain many interfaces to real mobile robots, so that once your simulated robot behave as expected, you can transfer it to real robot. So the reason that we use Weebot is we can simulate it like a real robot, and then we can just transfer the coding to the real robot. So you can you can do only one work to do the others. Okay, so you have to you get the models and the program as you wish, and simulated it and transfer to the robot. Okay, and the basic knowledge that you wanna to have to the robot is which robot what you want to build. This is the example of the humanoid robot or like robot. Wait. And of course, because you have to program the robot, you have to have a basic knowledge, at least one of this language. C, C++, Java, Python, on even MATLAB, you can do in Weebots. But if you you're not really into in coding or programming, you can use Bot Studio. And if there are no sensor or robot model that switch to you, you can build your own robot. Okay, and the most popular robot in the Weebot is we call EPAC. It's more basic, but if we do if we use it for line follower, we have to add the sensor. Maybe I just show you on Weebot. Wait a minute. I will open my Weebot to show the EPAC. Okay. Okay, if you already install the Weebot, you can open your Weebot, and if you open, you just find the wizard and just click the new project directory. It's okay if you not follow in this session, you will do in the next session. I just wanted to show you what the Weebot. So we create our new project. Is you can change the directory as you wish, and don't forget to tick the add a rectangular arena. You can rename later. Okay. Yeah, this is our first project. Later on, you can change your view with this menu, with front view or top view or bottom view, but I prefer do it by my my mouse. Wait. Yeah, you can click and hold your mouse and change the perspective of the arena. So the next thing is we can add any object such a robot or sensor or anything that I want to show you is about wait a minute. About the EPAC robot EPAC. Getronic, we use Getronic EPAC. This is epoch. Okay. We can zoom in and zoom out with scroll up and scroll down our mouse. Okay. Nah, this epoch. Nah, epoch is like have two motors and left and right, and they also have a IR, but the sensor is not facing the floor, so we can use it for the line follower. So later on we will add the sensor to this epoch in the ground side. Okay. We come back to our slide. You can do it later on, don't worry. Wait. Yeah. So this epoch in real life. So this most commonly robot that used to practice in Weebot. Epoch is like a miniature mobile robot that proposed by designer. They use often to use as academic purposes, and the model includes support for the differential wheel motors, encoder are also a simulated exposition sensor. Also the infrared sensor. We can add the sensor as wish, and also they attach a camera. So if you wanna do a robot that applied computer vision, you can do it with epoch. Okay. Okay, this is our. I already show you how to open the project on Weebot. So next I will talk about the basic theory of the line follower. Okay. Yeah. This common line follower that we use. Line follower robot is like a robot that follow the line. Actually, every line that a robot can see can follow by the robot. But basically, there are two types of line follower robot. One is black follower with follow black line, and second is white line follower with follow white line. So actually, line follower is sense the line. They try to see the line and follow it. But how can the robot know where the line and where is not the line? So in this robot, I already mentioned before that the robot using a sensor is only one of method to read the line. In the we use infrared sensor to different the line from the environment. The concept of working of the line follower is related to the like. So when you design a line follower robot, you have to make sure that the sensor is not distract with other like. So there are two parts is transmitter and receiver. The transmitter is like just like a LED. You can use any LED, but the recommendation is you have use the white LED to the maximum rate for the sensor. So this part is give the light, and that reflect in the line, maybe in the the line white or the line black, then the light is will reflect to the receiver. That's the basic work process for the infrared. You know that why most common line follower using line white line or black line, because you know that line that have a color white color is like they reflect all of the light, and the black color is totally absorb the light. So you can easy to differentiate between the the color white or black, because the two color is have opposite working process. The white is reflect all the color, and the black is absorb all of the color. So that's why most of the line following is black and white, but it's possible that we have another color like blue or red or green, etc. Okay, and if we know about how the sensor work, so we can just implement to the robot. Actually, we can use only two sensors. We can namely IR0 for left and IR1 for right. So if the both of sensor sense white, in the case of the line is black, we can give a comment to robot. You have to go to forward, go to strike if the both sensor feel sense the color white. But if the one of sensor sense the white and the black, you have to keep the position coming back, so the both of sensor sense the white. So if the left sensor sense the black line, we have to turn left. If the right sensor sense white line, black line, it have to turning right. So basically, the robot offline follower is keep how to keep the robot on this position. So you can later on do by any of line, not only strike, but maybe the track is like more like maze, or there are a lot of us crossing line. You can do it by determine how the sensor work, sensor read the line, and how to the motor can turn right or turn left. So later on you can do it by this arena, a lot of junction, cross line, and many kind of line. How to? I'm sorry. Sorry. It's not working. It's okay. Okay. That's my session. It's already in the end. I will transfer my next part to Mr. Simon. Thank you. Mr. Simon.
Okay, thank you.
I will stop my screen.
Okay. Thank you for the presentation. from Mrs. Ika. So I will continue. First of all, my name is Simon Siregar. I'm a roboticist and robotics engineering, and I'm a lecturer in Faculty of Applied Science, and I'm one of the what they call head of robotic laboratory in Faculty of Applied Science. Okay, now we will continue to do the tutorial. Okay, actually we have a module that we will share with you at the end of the session. Okay, there is there's some issues in downloading. Okay, maybe Sugeng can help to answer the problem. Okay, while I'm going to explain about the tutorial. Okay, while we are going to try how to simulate a robot in VBot. Okay, now we are going to the host disabled participant screen sharing, please, Mrs. Indah. Okay, still disabled.
Okay, wait, let me make you a co-host. Okay, wait. Okay, Pak Simon, you can try.
Okay. Okay. Can you see my share screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Wait for a second. Okay. So this is the module that we are going to try for today session. So some of the introduction have been explained by Mrs. Ika. Sorry for a second. Okay. Okay. So this is the basic theory. Some of has been explained before. So we are going to start from okay. Some of you have asked why we are using this version 2021 because some of the component that we are going to use for the track is not suitable. Actually, it's suitable, but we have to rotate some the arena. So I think it's much simpler if we just use this version. Okay. 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 Let's. Okay. This has been explained. Okay. 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 Why this is called as a professional simulator for robots? Because one of the particular sensor is displayed as a good model, such as this one. They give a noise and for every sensor that used in this program. For example, this is a proximity sensors. So for the range between 0 to 0.07, the noise is added to every measurement value. That is why this is a good simulator for robots. Okay. Okay. This is the robot we are going to use. Actually, we have a lot of in this program, we have many robots that we can use, but for this tutorial and for limited time, we can only use this robot for the tutorial. Okay, it has a lot of sensor actually but we are not going to use one of them. Include there is a camera actually here, but maybe next time if we have more sufficient time, we are going to use image processing for line follower robots. Okay, is it everyone has completed to install the Webot? If all of you have done the installation, we can proceed with this section. Okay. 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 I think I will. Okay. How we are going to do this? Okay. Side by side. Okay, I will share with a full screen view so you can see on the left is the module, so and on the right is the Webot. Okay.
The Webot is not showing, Mr. Simon.
Wait a second. Okay. So. Okay. Can you see now of my whole screen?
Yes.
Okay. Then we continue with the tutorial. Okay. First of all, is there any problem from the installation? Okay. I think everyone has done their installation, so we are going to start the tutorial now. Okay. As mentioned before by Mrs. Ike, so we start with this is the maybe this one. This is the graphical interface that for the first time you start the Webot. So we will start with using the wizard to create a new project directory for the tutorial that we are going to use. So this is the wizard, which going to help very easy to make a directory for all of our file and directory in your computer. So just click next and we give a name for our project. For example, this is a line follower. I give my project line follower. Yeah, I think I have this name before, so I just go Webot 2. Okay, because I have I've made this project folder before, so just add number 2. Okay, after that we just click next, and yeah, you can choose your word name, anything. This is I will use the arena line. robot arena. Okay, and then don't forget to click this one, add a rectangle arena. You can add this rectangle arena later, but for this wizard, we just add all of the checklists in here. Okay. And then the Webot will create some of folder from line follower Webot. This is a Word and many other library for here. And then we just click finish. Okay. After that, we have this arena that you can put. You can move your arena like this. Okay. And then there is some field over here on the left side of the graphical interface, user interface, which show many information and parameters that we can change later on. But for now, we just let it be like that. But if in advanced simulation, you will need to change some of these field parameters. For example, this is the world info. You can change the gravity from 9.81 to another value. According, for example, you want to simulate your robot in the moon or in the Mars, something like that. Okay, just change the value in these parameters. Okay, and then after that we can change the view as mentioned before by Mrs. Ikil by choose one of these option. You can choose from front view, or we can choose from the back view. Yeah, differentiate. Okay, or we can from the top side view like this. Okay, this is a textured background. Textured background means that we have if we look from the front view, this is the textured background. We can change into other background as we please, but this is the default background. And then there is a textured background light here that we can use for simulate the sun or any source of light that affect this arena. For example, there is one light over here that illuminate from on the right side on this arena. So there is a back shadow over here. Okay. In real life, some of robots will affect by the effect of light. So this is one of the good example of very real simulation in for robots. So we can what they call measure the effect of lights to improve the ability of the robot, something like that. Okay, and then we can look next rectangle arena. So we want to make the arena. Right now, the arena is 1 by 1 meters length and width. So we want to change into 2 times 2 width and length. So we just click expand the rectangle arena over here and change the floor size over here to 2 meters times 2 meters. It will respond to change the length and the width of the area. And if you want to change, for example, this is a floor tile size to smaller one, just change, for example, 0 to 25. And you can see that it changed the size of the tile. Or you want to change, for example, this one to different type of floor, for example, we can choose from this one. For example, we can choose a mosaic type, and then or light strip or dark strip in this program. Okay, have anyone already in this part, in this condition? I think everyone is follow. Okay, 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 okay. It has been shared. Okay, okay. It's not okay, okay, okay. Is there any question before I continue the tutorial? I think still easy, right? Okay, and then after you change the floor size to 2 times 2, and we are going to add the EPAC robot. Change this one into more favorable view. Okay, I like this one. So, but we are going to change anyway into the white white floor for this tutorial at the end of this tutorial. Okay, now we are going to add the EPAC robots. Just right click on this part of your Webot program, and then this one, add new, and then we are going to add the robots over here. This Webot actually very good simulator, because one of things that I like that they provide a lot of many others object that you can use for example, object tracking or obstacle avoidance for the robots. For example, we have something like pedestrian or other objects such as a chair or a drinks. This is a beer bottles. There is a computer that we can use as an object that we can as the object that in our research for this example. Okay, there is a container like this. So for example, the robot should not hit this robot, and it should avoid this box. We can simulate that in this program. Okay, so now we are going to add the robot. The object is not, we are not going to use the object. Maybe next time, if we have more time, I will show how the robot can avoid an object. Okay, there is also, this is one of robot that I really like. This is from Boston Dynamics, and they have provide some the simulation in this program. Maybe some of you have heard about Spot. This is one of the famous Boston Dynamics robots. It's a similar dog similar like robot, and also there is an Atlas robot. This is a humanoid robot which in similar size with humans. Okay, I really like this robot. Okay, we'll add with EPUB here. This is from GC Tronics robot, and just add, click add, and it will shown in your arena like this. Okay. Okay, everyone follow this one. I think it's still easy. Okay. And then, okay, we can see some of the sensor that EPUB have by right-clicking on this field and then show the robot windows. So this is have been shown by Mrs. Ikil. So it have 8 sensor, infrared sensor, ER sensor, facing toward the robot, and then there is this is LEDs, LS 0 to 7. So it has 8 LEDs. It has also sensor. This is IMU sensor, which is which can measure the accelerometer and gyro that the robot produce, and it has the left and the right motor that we can control. With this left wheel position, which means it can measure the position of the wheel, whether it's on the top or the bottom position right now in this simulation. Okay, and also there is a camera over here, EPUB camera with 52 × 39 resolution, which we can enable while it running the simulation. Okay, so we can see in this field that there is a controller over here. This is the basic controller that the EPUB by default use. So we can run this simulation by clicking run simulation over here, but don't forget to save the simulation, this current world file before you run the simulation, because it will if you want to reset the world, you just hit this button. But if before you save it, it will give the first graphical user interface that you have at the first time. So you have to save it before you run it. Okay, and then you can run the robot over here. The robot actually have the EPUB avoid obstacle by default, so it can avoid the any, for example, this is there is like this. Okay, so it will avoid to hit this part of the arena. Okay. Okay, so if you want to reset the simulation, we just click this one, and then it will put the robot to the last position before you save it. So that's why I ask you to save it before you run the simulation here. Okay, so for example like this, so it will be back at this position, always this position. Okay. Okay. After that, yeah, we actually can make a customized robot from scratch. But I think for this tutorial, we are not going to do like that. We just use the EPUB robot. But this simulator can be used to develop a customized robot. Okay. Right. After that, yeah. This is the robot. You can zoom in for better view. For example, this one. So we can see every part of the robot. This is the wheel, and this is the batteries over here at the bottom of the robot. And then this is the coordinate that show the center position of the robot. So we can move the robot by drag the red or green or blue arrow. For example, we want to move a robot over here, or we can rotate the robot on blue axis or green axis or red axis. For example, this one. And then we want to move over here. Okay. Okay. And then, okay, this is actually has been done. Okay, one more thing, that there is one black area over here. So this is the camera monitor that the robot has. For example, if we run this one, the camera is still not enabled. So we have to enable it first by enter the show robot window over here before, and then we enable all. And we can see here that the camera is active, and we can close it. Now, okay, we can follow the robot by, okay, by tracking the robot, follow the object. Okay, by tracking shot. Okay, sorry, where is the robot? Okay, this one. Okay, we can zoom it to the robot over here, and we can see that the robot take a picture in front of the yeah, this one is the front of the robot. Okay, so we can see at the tile view, the camera view on the tile floor over here. Okay, but for this tutorial, we are not going to use the camera, of course. Okay, we reset the robot again, and it will move to the last position. Okay. Okay, in this robot, we have actually 8 infrared sensor toward to the front and back and around the robot. We can see the ray by click this one, view the optional rendering, and show the light sensor rays. Okay, by clicking this one, we will see that there is a yellow line over here that shows the infrared infrared sensor. Okay, so this is the longest distance that the sensor can measure. Okay, so for example, we run this robot again, and then okay, if the sensor touch the okay, let's move to the left. We can see here. Okay, when it touch the, okay, that's it. These are the distant measurement sensor. The infrared is distant measurement sensor. So when it touch very near to the this side, it can avoid it. Okay. Okay, but we are not going to use that program. We're going to use the sensor that facing toward to bottom. Okay. Okay, how to add the sensor? Now we can add now the sensor by clicking the robots over here, and then we go to the ground sensor slot over here, and we just click right click on that field and add new, and then we use base nodes over here, and we add a distance sensor. Okay, the distance sensor have three types of sensor. This is ultrasound sonar, infrared sensor, and single ray laser. So we are going to use the infrared sensor, okay, because it can differentiate between black floor and white floor, that for the line follower situation. Okay, we just add this one, and it will show the distance sensor over here. In this, you will have this one field after you add a distance sensor, but you need at least two sensors so you can navigate between black and white floor. So you must add one more, doing the same. Okay, just add the distance sensor again. Add. So you have two distance sensor now, and you have to choose the type of the sensor. Okay, this one is type is generic right now, and you must change it to infrared. Okay, now you can see this one. Okay, this is the position of the sensor right now. So okay, and then we must change the name of the infrared sensor itu by simple variable. For example, this is the ER1 or left ER. I change the name in here, left ER. So we will move the position of the sensor on the left side of the robot. So we name it as left ER, and then we just add this one, and then we change the second sensor with the name right ER. Okay, and then we change the type of the sensor to infrared sensor. Okay. So we in this tutorial I will choose before we choose which one we are going to use, whether the black follow or white follow, we must move the position of the sensor. Okay, distance sensor here, and we can translation is over here, and okay, So, for example, there is a black line over here. We just add. We want to, if for example there is a black sensor over here, black line over here, we just move which whether you want to follow black line or white condition. So in this case, I want to follow the white one. So if the sensor meet the black line, it will deflect to the right or to the left, something like that. Okay. Okay. So we are going to move this sensor. Okay, because it's very small, so we just this one. Okay. Oh, this is too far. I think 0.1 is okay. And then we change. This is on the right side. Okay, on the right side of the robot. And then we move the left sensor to the left side of the robot. Okay, left side position. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is the left, this is the right, and this is the left side of the robot. Okay, now we erase the okay. Okay, and we save again, and we we'll try the we run this simulation. Okay, but it's still not showing the simulation. Okay. Okay, it's okay. Okay, where is the? Oh, this is the sensor. Sorry, I choose the light sensor rays. I think I just missed. You should choose this one. Show distance sensor ray. So you can see now there is 2 lines under the robot that shows the range of the sensor. Okay. Okay. So when it moves, it will detect any object or any color in front the robot. Okay. Something like that. Okay. So we can see over here, this is the left side. Okay. Yes, this is the left side of the robot. And then this is the right side of the robot. Okay. Okay. Now we reset the robot again. Don't forget to save every modification you made. You have to save it before you can press the reset simulation. Okay, is there any question until now? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Seconds. That's right. Okay. Yeah. You can choose the reset button. It's okay. Okay. And then we are going to use. Okay, we are going to add the track one. This is the track that we are going to use to move the robot to follow this track. Okay, I think we have track one robot. Can Sugeng share the track one photo in chat? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, you just add the which one? I think this one, line follower track proto. Okay. 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 And then you must move this one to the folder that you have. For example, I save it on documents, and then which one, line follower robot Webot 2, this one. Okay, then you must put to Protos and pass over here. Okay, and then you just close it again. After that, okay, we are going to add the arena over here. Oh, okay, okay. We just add new object. If you already put the file over on that folder, oh. Okay. Oh, still. Oh, sorry. Proto or I think, sorry. Let me check it before. Okay. Okay. Wait for a second. I think the file is changing. That the right file? Proto. Okay. I think the file is on this. Wait for a second. Okay, this is lost. Okay. Okay. Track 1 Proto. Okay. I think we just use this one. I will share with you, including the this. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's okay. This one we have all the file that we can use. Wait for a second. I just open this one and download this one. Okay, track 1 photo. I think it's changed the file. Okay, just add this one, and then you can add new. Okay, okay. I think the file from the last message it's easier to use. So after you add the file in your Protos folder, you will have this one. It will showing the file that you add, and then you just click add, and you will see that there is a hovering arena over here for the line follower. Okay, because the the sensor of infrared sensor is very sensitive with the color of it reflected from the floor. We must change it into the white color. So for that, we just change this one, rectangle arena. I think we just share full screen again. Okay. Oh. Okay. By changing by right click on the floor appearance part here, and we just double click just right click over here and convert to root base root to base nodes. Okay, after that you just choose this one to restore the default value. So you will have white white arena. Okay, everyone can follow this one. I think it's still easy, right? Okay, let's see. Sir. Okay. Yeah, track one is different photo identifier file name. That is correct. Okay. Okay. After that, we must change because if you look right here, it looks like this line is hovering to the floor. So we must put this track to the floor. Okay, how we do it? By just it's easy by pushing like this one, but it's too much, so it's sorry. Okay, I think it's just 0.075. I think it's okay, 0.075. Okay, so the track is on the floor. Okay. Okay. Everyone can follow this one? Okay, can I see chat? Yes, okay, good. Okay, after that we can continue to create the code. This part is just to provide the world and the robot that we are going to use to simulate line following robot. Okay, that's for the beginning. Okay, we still have 45 minutes. I think we can still manage to create until the last. Okay, you can copy this program from the module, so it will be faster by click this create new robot controller over here. This is the wizard that will help us to create a new controller. This is basically the program that we will upload to the robot. Okay, just click next. We can use this C, C++, Java, Python, or MATLAB. For this case, you can see that this is Python programming. So we just choose the Python. Okay, we can change the name of the program. For example, line F for 1. Okay. Just click next, and then this Webot will create a file named line-follower1.py, and it will open the line-follower1.py to the text editor on the right side of this graphical user interface. Okay. Now you can see that there is one more window on the right side. You can drag to make it a larger view. This is the basic syntax for programming in with Python in Webot. I think it's basically Python, normally Python syntax. Okay, we just copied this program to this one, and then I will explain about the code over here. Okay, this is the time step. It means that the number of time. So if you use time step number 1, it means 1 second. It means 1 step. It's 1 second. If you choose bigger value, it will faster. Or if you choose lower than 1, it will simulate very slow. Okay, this is the maximum speed for the motor rotate. This is 3.28. So the maximum epoch have is 6.28. Okay, so yeah, for the epoch is epoch maximum speed is 6.28. Okay, and then we will use the information for the left motor by using this one, robot get motor left wheel motor, and for the right is robot get motor for the right wheel motor. And then this is the initialization. For the left motor set position, it's set for float infinity, and the right motor is set position. This is just the basic initialization, and the set velocity is 0.0 for the left and the right. And then we are going to get information from the distance sensor. For this example, we are going to use, okay, we name with different one, so we must use the same one. So we use left ER. So this, we have to change this one into the variable that we gave to the simulation condition. And then this is for the right ER. We name it as the same of this one. Okay, right ER. Okay, and then after that, we just measure the left infrared sensor and the right infrared sensor in this one. It will measure every time for the time step that we give. Okay, this the time step is 1. Okay. Okay, and then we want to print the value of every left infrared for every sensor, left infrared and right infrared sensor value. And this is the code for motion for the speed of the motor. Okay, for example, the left speed is maximum speed, which means 3.28 times. This is next. I will explain about this, but this is how we state the speed of the motor. Okay, this is the other condition. Maybe after we measure the value of the sensor. Okay, this is later on. I will explain this about later on. But okay, there is a problem here. So this should be not here. Okay, just delete that. I think something wrong when I'm putting the code over there. Okay, so when this condition has fulfilled, it will give the left speed and the right speed value, and the motor will run according the left or right speed condition. Okay. Okay. Before you run the simulation, as always, you have to save the robot again. Okay, and we save the line follower program for here. Okay. Now, before we run the speed of we run the robot, we should have a value between black or when the sensor measure on the black floor or on the white floor. Okay, so we have just we just move the. Okay, where is the sensor over here? Okay, so we just move the robot. So the sensor is on the black track over here. Okay, and then after that, just clear this console, and we run the simulation. Okay, sorry. Don't forget to change the controller over here. Okay, I just missed this one. You have to change the program that the EPUB have now. Okay, just select the file that you have made before. This is line follower 1. Okay, and just click OK. Okay, because I want to measure the value between black and white condition, so I just give this value for the first time is 0. So I can or maybe on a little bit slow. Okay, so it moves very slow. So we can look at the console over here, the value of each sensor. Okay, don't forget to save. Also over here, and then we just run the program. Okay, this is the value on the left, on the right. Okay, I think we have to make it so. We just want to measure the value of the white and black condition first. Okay, so we just make it as a comment over here from the condition, and then we just play the simulation again. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. So it valued 8 and okay. So sorry. So when it touched the black one, it shows the value between sorry. Okay, sorry. I think we just make it step by step. Okay. It between 7, 8, and 9. Okay, the maximum is 8, 7, and 9. Okay. But when it touched the white, I think this is 8. So, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So it's 8. Okay. I think it should be a little bit higher position for the sensor. So I think we need to make it higher, a little bit higher. Okay. And also for the right. Okay. Save it once more time. Oh, cancel. Stop. Okay, we save it one more time. Okay. Oh, sorry. We just. Okay, sorry. It's okay. You can see that there is oh, sorry. Oh man. You can see that there is a red, yellow, and green line over here. So we have to make sure that the sensor is on the yellow part. So we have to move the sensor a little bit higher than before. Okay. So the value will not change a lot. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think 0.1 it's okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah. And then also we change the position of the sensor on the right side. Okay. Okay. Oh, on the left side. We haven't changed on the left side. Okay. Okay. And then we save it again, and then we try this the value again. So okay, it's much better. So you can see that the left and the right sensor is measured not many differentiation. Okay, so okay, stop. I think it's already saved. Okay, okay. Now, oh, it's still okay. Oh, still okay. One more time. Oh, it doesn't move. Okay, I think it's too much, a little bit higher than it needs. Okay, this is 0.1. Okay, I think 0.1 is better. .3, 0.2, 0.1. Okay. Okay, and then we save it again. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, just 0.1. And then change this also with 0.1. Okay. And then we run it again. Okay. We must see that it should be, okay, this is good. On the black line, it gave us 300. Okay. We can reset one more time. Okay. Oh no, I haven't saved it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I forgot to save when the simulation stop. Okay, this is need to be saved before. Okay, and then enter, and then we save it once more time. Okay. Okay, this is 380 on the left side when it all on the sorry. Okay, one more time. Just move it. Oh. Okay, always go back to that. Okay. I forgot to save again. Okay. Okay. So one more time. 380 when on the black, and after it moved to the white section, it will detect 170. We have to measure this one first because it should differentiate between white and black color. Okay, everyone has followed this one? Okay. Okay. Maybe on the chat, Sugeng will answer some of the chat. After that, if you have finished to check the value for each sensor, now you can use the condition. Okay. Okay, we go back over here. Okay, now this condition, the first condition is okay. Okay, before we proceed to this condition, we have to check that our sensor is on the middle or on the outside track. Okay, by using the top view. And then we just rotate the robot so it can give us a good view of the position of the sensor. Okay, so this is on the outside, right? So we will follow the white color section only. So when it detects the black side, it will go to the right or to the left. Okay, so the first condition is if this is ER value is 5, more than 5. So we have to measure the middle value between white measurement and black floor measurements. For this condition, 380 and 170. Okay, you can check it from the console. Okay, 384. So 384 times 170 divided by 2. So this is the middle value of each sensor. So if the sensor measured value then 277, so it will give us information that it detects the black line. Okay, so we have to change the middle value over here. So for example, we just add the middle ER value over here as 277. Okay, and after that, okay, just one more time. I forgot, save it, and then we just use the variable over here again, middle ER value. Okay, and also over here Okay, so if left ER value is more than middle ER value, so it's more than 277, and okay, we just make it move the robot straight. Okay, so if the middle ER value is more than 200, less than 277, it means it's detect a white line. Both of them is detect a white line. So the robot should move in a straight line. So it just we just give the left speed motor velocity motor and the right speed velocity on maximum speed. Okay. This is left and right. Okay, we just miss. Okay. After that, if the robot detect one of the sensor detect one black line, for example, on the right side, can change this one. So if it detect more than 277, means it detect a black value. So the left speed should the same. So it should move to the right side. Okay. So it has to operate on the other side. Okay. So it should be like here. Okay. You just decrease the speed of on the left side. Okay. So the robot will still follow the white line, the black line. Okay, just change into 0.5. And for the last condition, okay, I think we will not use this one. Okay, time is running out. This is kanan, right. Then on the this should be okay, left movement. Okay. It's almost the same with the right movement. We just change into this one to 0.5. Okay. Okay. Now we try. If the robot is as expected to move. Oh, I'm sorry. There is one more thing that we should change. This one still same. Okay. Oh, okay. There is something. Okay, this is one. This one is should be more than. Okay, and then this is should be left speed. Okay. Okay, we save it, and then we should expect to be okay. If I'm not okay. Okay, we have saved all of the program and then just run. Oh, it's not follow. Okay. What is clear the console one more time? Okay, one more time, one step at a time. Left, this is forward, okay, left and right. So the sensor is not detected the black line, okay, it's okay. And then, okay, there is two condition running at once, so I think there is something should be okay. Okay, this is the right ER. Okay. I think this is mix. There is right and left at once. So, okay. Something is wrong. Anyone have idea why?
Mr. Simon?
Yeah.
Right motor set velocity should be right speed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think this should be okay, I think. Okay. Okay, then we run it once more time. Oh, still. Okay, left, right. Oh, I think we should. This one. Okay. So, okay, it just missed. It's already following the line. Okay. Left, we can see the simulation here. So right now is on the, okay, I think there is a problem. Okay, left forward, right movement. There is a right and left movement should be not doing that actually. Left, right. I think there is a mess up on this one. Any idea? I think I missed something. Middle A, right? Okay. I think we just give try with one step at a time, so we can see which code which. Okay, this good. There is no problem with that. And then we just change the second program. Okay, one more time. Oh, I think it's just mix with they call yeah, you should okay, that's the problem. So that is the problem. Okay, it should be over here. Okay. So okay, it should not be for. Okay,